Fighting the taxi cab. I never noticed until I finally got a good look up you up close, but if my drunken memory serves me right, I'm pretty sure that the cab she hailed was for you. Secrets buried within the Owens estate are coming to light. All those dirty little secrets are coming out, Sandy. Yes, today we are back with the next part of Only Pretend. If you have not seen the other ones, go catch up. Let's see what happens next. Go follow the amazing author Charlie Seb. Subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's start the drama. Okay, starting off with Julie. When the sisters rose arm in arm through water in this way, their youngest sister would stand quite alone, looking after them ready to cry, only that the mermaids have no tears. Therefore, they suffer more. Unlike my husky rasp, I envied my mother's voice. She was gifted with the kind coveted for lullabies, the kind of sonic honey that could tantalize even fabled sea witches. But too shy to flaunt it for melody, she reserved it for reciting bedtime stories instead, The Little Mermaid being my personal favorite. Even on her 9th chronicle of the story, I felt every hair stand on end as if it were the first. Sawyer didn't care much for the story, he simply enjoyed the sound of her mother's voice. But on the rare occasion she would pick up the Little Prince, I often caught him willing those tired eyes open, and so this was our humble routine, how our restless days eventually collapsed into night. How the Little Prince and the Little Mermaid would fall asleep in a sleepless New York. No Hans Christian Andersen to accompany us tonight. When I think about when this bedtime story first lost its luster, I picture myself in that high school uniform. The English project that was due at the following Monday, where we were tasked to research the origins of a classic fairy tale. Well, that's kind of fun. And where naturally I chose Little Mermaid. There is this disturbing theory out there that Andersen had written the story after a failed love confession to his patron son, Edward Collins. That the mermaid I had loved in, whose tale I tucked myself into each night, was begot from a love severed between different worlds. The thought festered within me a sudden urge to scrub my skin, afraid that I might one day shed those gruesome scales too. That I would become cursed by it too, abandoned like some kind of hideous other. We're reading Shakespeare in class now. But once upon a time, I longed for that kind of magic to come true, so I brought this instead. Sweetheart, I do feel a bit dizzy. I'm not sure I'll be able to read to you tonight. Then just a couple pages, please, Mom. Romeo and Juliet, my mother's favorite. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep the more I give to thee. The more I have, for both are infinite. In all honesty, I loathed it. I loathed it all the more when I found out that my mother had made me the foolish protagonist's namesake. How could anyone be so stupidly in love? Ooh, how could anyone be so cruel to the greatest love story written of all time? Debatable. Love story. That's not what our English teacher calls it. He calls that play a tragedy. And when has love ever been anything but a tragedy? Well, Anyway, names are quite powerful, you know. Like an enchantment, they can carve fates. I have always hoped that one day you could be loved by someone as ardently as she was. Names can carve fates. I suppose it's more so of the other way around. Fates are occupations, carved names. Mason came from stoneworkers, Bailey from bailiffs, and Sawyer from wood sawyers, which is actually how your brother's name came to be. Your father's father was a woodcutter. His family lived next to a sandalwood forest, and that became their livelihood. A humble life, from what he tells me. A woodcutter. Our dad never spoke much about his family. Still, I never could have predicted my grandfather to have devoted his life to a peasant's job. Sawyer, Juliette, Sandy, his humble life in a sandalwood forest, and now look where Sandy is. Garbage. His name should be garbage now. The new fact about my father, rather than being a fond discovery, only further highlighted what little I knew about him. Highlighted how much more I knew about sandalwood. My biology teacher had recently lectured about trees, how they struggle to photosynthesize enough nutrients on their own. So as a consequence, they latch onto the roots of nearby vegetation to siphon nutrients instead. A plant vampire of sorts, hidden in plain sight. Sandalwood like the smell of Kashvi's home. The sandalwood incense her mother always burned in the afternoon, and the intricate statues carved from it that littered their shelves. Sandalwood like the color of her skin, but nowhere near as rough. So what should we watch? Then what does your name mean, Mom? I'm actually not sure, sweetheart. There are a few conflicting origins, but for better or for worse, my mother's tale-teller voice also made her adept at lying. I'm sorry, Julie. Can we continue this tomorrow? Mom needs to lie down. Valerie. Meaning healthy and strong. Valiant. Unfortunately, even magic was no match against the slow ride of cancer. So it wasn't true. Names couldn't decide our fates, which only increased the horrifying likelihood that I wouldn't be loved so ardently after all. This epiphany should have stung, but deep down, I already knew. Since the very moment I was born, I knew. Sawyer. Because if any part of the enchantment cast on my name had borne any fruit, let him rest here. It was in promising that I live in a life of tragedy. Oh, chapter 33. Oh, that was just an intro. Oh, wow. Okay. We just had a little Julie intro. Interesting. Is this her again? Okay, it is. So it is with a heavy heart that I must announce my withdrawal as co-CEO of Lauren & Owens Co. Because you're doing shady shit, so you're getting out before shit hits the fan. That's what you're doing, Sandy. The company for whom I have wholly and unequivocally devoted my soul. The company I have arduously nurtured over the last 3 decades. My true firstborn. Wasn't it Valerie's? What on earth is he doing? What the hell is going on? I know this must come as a shock to most. My work here has become something like a proxy for me to feel closer to my late wife. May she rest in peace. It was a day many in this room will never forget. He loves bringing up his poor wife whenever he gets the chance to try to make himself seem like, oh, poor me. Hell, even the market felt her loss, their grief somehow finding refuge in defaming me. Because beyond my wife, nobody else believed me because you are a liar. That's why. The city feared that my presence would mark the downfall of the Owens name, but look at me now. A crook. That's what you are. Look at this company now. Only saved by the Lawrence. Yeah. Oh, isn't this? This is a private event, no filming or photography, I ask. Okay. Dean, what are you doing? We literally signed an NDA. And I admit my regrets that in the pursuit of saving my wife's company, I have sacrificed being a father. I think that was Nate. The irony in it leading to a company that builds a skyscrapers tall enough to touch heaven while I could barely hold together a simple home. Wait a minute. And for that, I apologize dearly to my children. I do not deserve the patience you have extended me. Oh, this fake sob story. Do you have any clue where he's going with this? In the first place, this company was never mine to inherit. Oh, are they? But these days, blood alone is not enough to warrant succession. First in the office and last to leave at night, this empire belongs to no one else but my son. You know this is a joint company, right? I have watched him burn right into his eyes. I almost forgot about the brother. With unparalleled passion and drive to serve this company. He seldom asks for a moment's rest, never complains about the burden that I do not care, Sandy. I'm sorry. I'm worried this comes at short notice, but I have never been more ready to pass the torch. And there has never been anybody more equipped to bear it. He was born for it. You mean you beat him to it? My successor is not solely up to my discretion, but I do hope the board to consider my endorsement. Mine and Valerie's endorsement. Once again, always bringing up the wife. Let her rest in peace. Sawyer, would you please come down here and join me? Wait, what? Son, I think that was your cue. This is almost just, no wonder everyone is sitting in this room looking like, what is going on here? This is embarrassing. Did you know about any of this? Wow. You don't have to pretend like you didn't want it. Save the humble frown for when you face the crowd. Julie, that's not Sawyer. This is awkward. I wish I knew what I'm supposed to say, but why is Claire getting up? I'm caught off guard just as much as the rest of you. Did they make up? This isn't in the past. This is the present, I believe. Oh, look, he's still... When I picture the face responsible for the feature of everyone in this room, I picture... Oh, they... Don't touch us. Don't touch us. Uh-uh. I don't think so. I almost fired an intern for booking this meeting outside of office hours, but at the very least, good on her for somehow scoring an interview with you. I'm not here to be interviewed. Everything we discuss is strictly off the record. Mr. Owens, what would there be for the two of us to discuss? My wife, Cerise. What the hell did you do to her? Mr. Owens, I didn't do anything. I just happened to be a bystander in the right place at the wrong time. Don't bullshit me. I saw the photo of her on your social media profile. How do you know my wife? What are you to Cerise? And what the hell are you to her? Oh, having drama already. You don't know anything. I don't? Then as lucky bystander, please feel free to enlighten me. There was never how I imagined I'd meet her husband. And for the record, if she had ran you by me, I would have immediately vetoed your condescending ass. Ooh. Yeah, I don't doubt that. You must have known her for a very long time. Since preschool, we sat together on the first day of school every first day after. How do you know her? We met in Central Park back in 2008. What is this story? Oh, I call bullshit, buddy. I would have known about you. She would have told me. I'm accounting for my memory, not hers. That's a lame cop-out if I've ever heard one. How long do you plan on skirting around the issue? Because frankly, I don't have the time for it. Well, I hate to break it to you, but there's nothing to tell. And in the first place, this is a conversation she should be having with you instead. So I will have to kindly ask you to please leave. And I'm kindly asking you to please cooperate with me. And I can kindly ask building security to escort you out. Now go. What is he doing? What are you still doing? Please, oh, why is he on his knees? Boy, please, Maisy, I ask of you. No, I'm begging you to help me understand. Please help me understand where my wife went that morning. Where did Cerise go to have come back to me so broken? What did you do to her? I haven't slept, I can't, not when I don't know if and when she might collapse again. Where did this care come from? He switched up so fast. Because I can't let it happen again. I can't see her like that again. I don't know where to start, where to begin so that I can mend it. Spare me the soapbox. Spare yourself some dignity and stand up. You have to answer for it, Maisy. Someone has to. Even if it takes all night, I have nowhere to be. I won't leave until someone here tells me how to put my wife back together. She cut me out of her life. I'm only respecting her wishes. But why? I'm sorry, but I can't respect that. So please, Maisy, you saw her this morning too, didn't you? At the very least, you owe it to her for coming back. Just please get up already. You're straining my neck. Look, Cerise has known since the second grade that Chris hasn't really liked her. Okay, we saw this. And where the hell did she go? Cerise, what on earth are you doing? You cannot just walk out of the club like that without telling one of us. Maisy, you have to help me. Okay, so this is when Sawyer, this dude is pissed drunk out of his mind. I think you should figure out help for you first. You look pale. I'm fine, just a little dizzy. Hauling his big ass isn't for the weak. Let's just let the bouncer handle him. No, you should have seen it. This dude picks a fight with anyone. I think the only reason he hasn't picked one with me is because I'm a woman. Good lord. I already called him my cab. All we have to do is wait here with him. Ugh, dudes, I'm seriously over this. You can have a back later. Is that his ride? I sure hope so. Where to? Woodlawn Heights. Hold on, I have the address typed down. Are you absolutely sure this dude lives in that area? Look at what he's wearing. This is a sparking new Armani suit. Don't be rude. And that was just what the woman on the phone said. She told me Woodlawn Heights. Yeah, I know where that is. He'll get there. Thank you. Oh, in here. Hopefully it's enough. It best be for a 40-minute drive. He yaks in my car. I'm gonna find you, lady. You're unbelievable. You know that. You think I should have rode with him just in case? The driver was so rude. God, good God, no. I mean, your inability to stay out of other folks' business. He needed help. And you didn't need to be the one to provide it. There are 8 billion other people in this world. What kind of responsibility doesn't have to fall on you? But out of those 8 billion people, I was the one around anyway, so why the heck not? Not everyone is a charity project. Your naivety will get you killed one day. If I didn't take on charity projects, you wouldn't have any friends. All right, Mother Teresa, that's enough. You can preach this cute sermon back inside the club. What else? Okay. There is this boy. Stop, wait, I love the song. Chris, come dance with me. I thought little Miss staying sober tonight was going to stay sober. She must be a sugar rush. How many calories are even in that thing? I'm a sugar rush, not calorie rush. Maisy. Shit, I didn't know she was taken, man. My bad. Little cockroaches better be good. Something's wrong with Cerise. What? I don't know if she's drunk or what, but she's not acting right. And she won't get the hell up off the bathroom floor. Excuse me, this is the ladies' room. Oh, F off. Chris, what the hell did you do? I didn't do anything. She let me in here. I thought she wanted to. She literally said she wasn't planning on drinking tonight. I didn't give her anything, on my soul, nothing. Still, you should have been smart enough to realize that her grinding all up on you was way out of character. Screw yourself, Maisy. Wanna go home? We'll get you home, Cerise. Want me to call Joe? Uh-huh. I'll help you carry her out. I can take over from here now. Thank you for calling me. No problem. Could you please text me when she's home? Of course. I swear, Maisy, I didn't do anything. Are you absolutely sure she didn't drink anything when she was on the floor with you? No, and you know I didn't drink much either. Chris, he swears up and down that he never gave you anything to drink, nor that he ever saw you order any on your own. I think the only thing we ever saw you drink was your... No, stop. Stop. Cerise, you called us over here, but if you're still not ready to talk, don't patronize me, Emma. You barely even know left from right. Cerise, we understand that you're upset, but you don't need to be rude. We can come back when you're ready. I'm ready. I've been effing ready, but you guys aren't willing to listen. Not to anyone but Chris, apparently. Cerise, you're not hearing him out. I'm not what? But if he didn't do anything, Maisy, I'm your friend. I just told you that it's not a matter of believing you because I do, but Cerise, your story just doesn't make any sense. And you call that believing me. Joe found me left for dead in some streets. It just doesn't add up, Cerise, I'm sorry. Chris wouldn't do that. I mean, he was the one who told me to come check on you in the bathroom. That's bullshit. He obviously did that to cover for what he did. And you really fell for it. Don't you two believe me? Emma, I didn't even see him give you anything to drink that night, Cerise. What the F? So, Cerise. Okay, Cerise, I think we need to take it easy. Cerise, please listen to me. If Chris really is telling the truth that it wasn't him, Cerise, I think we should consider the possibility that maybe get out. I think it would be best if you children don't come around our house anymore. The mom. We just want to make sure she's okay, Mrs. Lawrence. She's been ignoring our calls for weeks, and that is her right to. She trusted her friends, and look where it got her. Look where you got her. She really didn't drink anything that night, ma'am. I would rather my daughter not remain friends with a woman who sided with an assaulter. Ma'am, I didn't. We will not be pressing any charges. Don't take that for granted. Be grateful for that mercy and get the hell off my property. But I'm so sorry, Cerise. It was just a delivery driver. But don't worry, darling. I'll always be here. I think it was the mom. I think it was that soda. And Joe, I think he purposely left her. I wonder if Joe like touched her. I don't know. And like in her head, she thought it was Chris. I wonder if this is a whole ploy and a setup from the mom. That's what I'm thinking. And then Joe like took her out of the car, threw her on there, and then showed up a little bit later and was like, oh my gosh, or something. I don't know. You don't need anyone else. I'm right here. Not those girls and definitely not that vile young man. Because the only thing she drank was that soda. The only thing is, was that soda open? Because like, how was it already tampered with? But I mean, I guess who knows? She probably has a way. I never did approve of him anyway. I promise I'll find the right man for you. You don't need to think or worry ever again. All you need to do is trust mama. Mm-hmm. Nobody else will ever have your best interest at heart like I do. You mean the scam? You mean the scam of you pulling this on your daughter, getting her fake assaulted? She might have been real assaulted by the driver. And never forget that one line the mom said with Joe, where I don't remember exactly what she said, but apparently she insinuated Joe did something bad too, or he was in on it, which clearly was. So, who you can and can't trust, who you can and can't love. This piece of trash. You need to worry about that ever again. I will tell you who you can. She just wants control because she's freaking psycho. So it's the mom. That's why our group always knew that Emily didn't approve of us. She never kept it subtle to me, and I was allowed on promiscuous influence on her pure little daughter's life. She's always preferred me out of her daughter's life, but I severely underestimated by how much. So when Cerise took her side, we all just accepted our fate. Almost 2 decades of friendship flushed down the drain. Whatever version of the story her mother told you, that was her truth. Ours never mattered. We never stood a chance. Where's Chris? In San Francisco, last I heard. Em and I don't really keep in touch with the boys anymore. I think Emily's words really got to Chris's head, as innocent as he claimed to be. It got to a point where he came too ashamed to face us until eventually the other boys started pulling away too. Em was still around in the city. She said she's seen Cerise out and about every now and then. Cerise probably didn't recognize her. She looks quite a bit different now. And maybe because she was too preoccupied with some guy. I definitely didn't match the photos of you in the tabloids, Emma said. Oh! How long ago was this? About a month ago, maybe, early December. Emma was shopping for Christmas gifts. That was likely her bodyguard. Emily hired him shortly after Cerise was discharged from the hospital. Her mother hired him. Are you sure you can trust him? Why shouldn't she? Cerise said that Joe found her in some alley, but I can promise you right now that I watched Chris put her in his car. Is this going where I think it is? I've always wondered if maybe what she remembers about Chris, all those disgusting claims have actually always been about him. That's what I was thinking. Is Joe. I can take over from here now for calling me. I'm really sorry. I know it's a lot. I can't believe she didn't tell you about any of this. I almost feel bad about it being the one to have broken the story, but I think it was crucial for you to know. I think I might kill him. I don't know how I could even bring this up. I wouldn't. Look, I tried and she just shut me out. She shut every single one of us out. I only told her this so you could understand her better, why she's, she should know. If you're okay with losing her, then go right ahead. I already tried. I appreciate making this time to talk to me. So this was the ending. Wow, we learned so much. Thank you, Maisy. So I think the mom and Joe were in on this together. I'm sorry, but before you go, I just have to ask. Are you absolutely sure you met her at Central Park? 2008 was many, many years ago. We were only kids. Maybe you're remembering someone else. I think I remember perfectly well the first time I saw my wife. I only mentioned it because I thought you were there. What do you mean? At the bar that night, outside when she was fighting the taxi cab. Fighting the taxi cab? I never noticed until I finally got a good look at you up close, but if my drunken memory serves me right, I'm pretty sure the cab she held was for you. I think you're mistaking me for someone else. I don't know, maybe. I wasn't exactly sober that night either, but he seriously did look like you. It's almost uncanny. Right place, right time. I don't think I was there, but thank you again, Maisy. Oh no, you were. I wish you well. My cab's almost here. Cool. Can I ask you one last thing? You'll ask it anyway. Did Louisa know about what I did? I'm asking because I never felt any shift in the way she treated me. No, I never told her. You didn't? How come? Because our beef was between us. You did me dirty, not her. I didn't think I had any right to ruin what you had with her over what you did to me. I felt my stomach drop like when my joke doesn't land in a room full of people, because this was a cruel joke to me. I always thought that I was compassionate, but compassion looked like a completely different color on Sophie. Dig deeper into her intentions. Why would you? I don't know, maybe I really am stupid, but I mean, you were her friend too. And it wasn't exactly easy tearing your perfectly picture down when you were already halfway to heaven. You could have told her about it after I woke up. Maybe I could have. But you did survive what everyone was mentally preparing for to be a quiet death, and everything after just felt inconsequential in comparison. Louisa wasted a lot of tears waiting on you, but so did I. I guess I just didn't want all that waiting to have been for nothing all that mourning you. Oh. You have no idea how much it means to me that you brought me a little more time with her. Thank you. Before I go, I really do want to apologize for everything that my family has put you through. If I had any say in it, I wouldn't have allowed such a public arrest to happen at the office. You didn't deserve to be humiliated for somebody else's crime. I was supposed to watch her. I didn't think she'd run out of the streets. Yeah, okay. Cerise, I'm not my brother, okay? Whatever he does of his own accord. His actions don't speak for me. And I'm sure your mother's doesn't speak for you either. Thanks, and don't worry, I know that. The bodyguard you used to have, the one she hired for you, does he still work for you? No, he quit a while ago. Okay, good. Good. Never mind, don't mind me. I definitely owe you one. Careful there, I might actually hold you to that. Believe me, I'm holding out hope that you will.